Hello everyone. Welcome to the day 11 of Core Java. So, today we are going to discuss the next topic, that is string buffer and string builder. So, we know that strings in Java are immutable, meaning once they are created, they cannot be changed. But there is a way that has been created in Java using which we can modify our strings. That way is string buffer and string builder. So now let's first discuss what is string buffer. So string buffer is used to modify strings. That is one point. So what is we also have string builder that is also used to modify strings. But there is a bit difference between string buffer and string builder. So we will be studying about it. So first we will understand what is string buffer. So string buffer is thread safe. It is designed for multi-threaded environments. It is synchronized. That is, the operations that we perform on any string buffer are safe for concurrent access. So the best use case of string buffer is when multiple threads need to modify the same string. Then we use the string buffer. Next, we have our string builder. So as the name specifies, it is used to build a string. It is not thread safe. So it is faster, but it is not synchronized. So how does it perform? It is more efficient for single threaded operations as it is not synchronized. So it is not thread safe. So this is one disadvantage of string builder, but it has an advantage over string buffer, that is it is more faster. The ideal use case of string builder is it is used in situations where thread safety is not a concern. So now let's see the practical examples of both string buffer and string builder. So first we will be studying about string buffer. Okay, so now let's first study that how can we create a string buffer. So how do we create a string buffer? We have a string buffer class present in Java. So we create an object of our string buffer class. So I have created. So now here I am going to pass. So I want to print hello. So I write here hello. And now what we are going to do, we are going to just print the value of our SB. Now let's run our program. So you can see here we got the value as hello. So this was a simple example how we create a string buffer. So now we have created a string buffer. Now let's see how can we modify it. So how can we modify in our original SB object? So how do we do that? We will learn about it now. Okay. So for that, we have some common methods present in Java. Like our string buffer and string builder class support some methods like first is append. Append adds text to the end. Then we have an insert method. What does an insert method do? It inserts text at a specified index. So we can specify an index where we want to add something, that is we want to add a character or a text. So then we use our insert method. We also have a delete method to remove text from a specified index. Then we have our toString method. So what does this method does? This method converts our object to a string. So now let's see how can we modify our string buffer. So first we are going to append some text here. So how can I append our text? I can just use my append method present here. And then I'm going to, you can also see here, I am getting so many options for it. I can append a char sequence, an object, a string buffer. So these are all the things that my system supports. So what can I do? I can just append here. So I am appending world here. Okay. Then I am going to again print my SB. So now let's run it. So you can see here when I again printed my SB object, it got modified. Our original SB, our original string got modified and we got the output as hello world. So now let's see, this is our string buffer. So we were able to do everything in our string buffer. So now let's create a simple string. So I'm going to create a simple string. I am creating here hello. Okay. So this is my simple string S and hello. So let's try to do something here. So we can see we don't have any method where we can just modify. So let's try to do something different. So I am going to just now I am going to just print the value of S. So now let's see what will happen. So now it is giving me the value S here. So now we saw that when we created a string literal, then also we got the output as word. But so what is the difference between string buffer and string? So as here also I saw that I got a different value when I assigned word to my string literal S. So now let's see what is the difference between string and our string buffer and string builder. Okay, so we are going to see this. So what happens? So in case of string, when we create an object, when we create a literal, so what does Java does internally? It creates a new string object. So when I created a string s equal to hello, so it created a new string object hello in the string pool. So what is a string pool? String pool is a special memory area in Java. So where our strings are stored, string literals are stored. So the variable s points to this object containing hello. So when I did s equal to world, a new string object world is created or referenced from the pool if it already exists. So now the variable s points to this new object world, but our original hello string remains unchanged. So here comes immutability in action. So but s no longer references it. Okay, so this is the point of a string. So when we create a string, so this is the case of a string. Okay. So what happens in case of string buffer? So in case of our string buffer, our string buffer object is created in the heap with content hello. So when I created the object here, SB object using string buffer, a hello object gets created in the heap. So now SB points to this single mutable object. So this is a mutable object because it is string buffer. So when I used SB.append to append my hello, my world to it, so it modifies the same object by adding world at the end. The contents of the original object are changed to hello world without creating a new object. So this is the difference. So what happened here? So string buffer changed my original object, and the string when I used my string literal, it changed the reference. It changed the reference to which our string was pointing to before. So original object didn't change. So this is basically the use of my string buffer. So now we also have a string builder. So string builder also works same as string buffer, but the only difference is that the string buffer is our thread safe and string builder is not thread safe. So this is the difference between our two of the methods. So now let's use string builder here. So we have a string builder. Now we will be creating an object of our string builder. So we have an object and I am just going to, okay, I have given a space here. Now let's move the space. String builder hello. And what I'm going to just do, I'm going to just append my world to it, and then I'm going to just print the value of it. And now let's see what will happen when we are going to print it. So what we are doing here, we are creating a string builder now. So now I created a string builder and I can see that the append method also works here. So we can also use delete method. We can also use replace method. So let's see one more example. Let's see an example of our delete method. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete from 4th index to 6th index. And then I'm going to again print my SB object. So now let's run it again. So you can see here, I deleted from 4 to 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 6. So we can see here, we have seen how our delete functions work. So we can use our different methods in StringBuilder and StringBuffer to modify our strings. So thank you everyone for watching.